I don't have time to change, you'll see back to back, 4 episodes with the same top. I'm just hoping that they won't remember. But some of our guests have time, and I remind them, but I'm not able to change. So I just hope that. So what, in fact, no, it's too late. Maybe
40 seconds.
Okay. Sometimes we swap mats, hoping that people will think it's a new setup, but it's the same day. These little tricks. You may have to give us a cue, Danny. I can't hear the music. I may not. I think Shanti's fixed it. Let's see.
20 seconds.
Welcome to Yogaxpress, the mobile stretch clinic that takes yoga to the people. Once again, we have with us today our wonderful guests, Tony Taylor to my right and Deanna McLaughlin to my left. Deanna is a yoga teacher and she also teaches arts.
Yeah.
Painting, did you say?
Sculpture.
Sculpture, wonderful. Sculpture must take a lot of focus. So we're going to have Deanna on one of our special episodes later, where she's going to talk a little more in depth about how yoga might help her with her sculpture and all the artistic pursuits that she has. Tony is also going to be in one of the future episodes. Tony might also come on. He might agree to come on as one of our special guests and talk about his film background. Right now, what we're going to do is take you through the remainder of our postures. Yesterday, we stretched into up to 12 postures. So what we're doing is taking a little at a time. We did 13 actually, but today we're going to repeat posture number 13, which is actually Uttita Pada, raised foot, and we will transition from there on to 24. 13, Uttita Pada is a standing posture, and we will gradually move into the seated postures. And over the next 2 episodes, maybe we'll do another 12. We are workshopping each posture as we go. When we complete all 48, we should be able to finish the entire sequence without hold times in 20 minutes. We'll get there. One of these days, we will get there. If you would like to participate in our program, Yogaxpress, write to me, banu.suresh@gmail.com. We air weekdays, Monday through Friday, 1:30 p.m. on MNN 3. That's Time Warner 57, RCN 84, and FiOS 35. And if you'd like to take part in this Yoga Health Show, visit my website, www.yogaxpress.com, to get an idea of which way the thought process runs. And also feel free, just walk into our studios one of these days when we do a live program from September 20th for a free copy of Yoga Secrets. Visit my website, or you can write to me through my website. You can write to me, that's Yoga Secrets. It has 10 ailment-specific cards inside. We'll send you a free copy of the book, plus the postcard for extra assistance, a fridge magnet with the sequence on it, as well as my business card on the front, but on the back it's got a sequence. So no escape, no excuses. Practice stretching every day. Enjoy your stretches. Let's go into the remainder of the standing and then transition into the seated postures. Deanna and Tony, let's stand up, and I'm going to stagger myself. I'm going to go back just a little bit, take out this fancy bottle, move my footwear, my fancy slippers, take all this out of the way. Okay, remember, when you're seated, we will teach you, when we get into seated postures, how to use the blocks to be comfortable in your seated positions. Right now, heels together, toes slightly apart. We're going to go into posture number 13, Uttita Pada. Transfer the weight to your right leg, which means you put all your weight on the right leg, and then raise your left heel just a little bit. Take your left knee out to the left. Very gently raise your left foot and grab hold of your left ankle. Now, if you need to hold on to someone's shoulder for balance, you could do that. Now, as Tony is doing right now. Now, if you have someone of about the same height, it makes it a little easier. So let's do that. Let's hold on to the left toe with the left hand. And Tony, don't push me away. We're going to try and extend our left leg out in front of us. If you're feeling a little ambitious, you could always go sideways. I'm going to try and stay right in the center. That's good. Tony is using muscle strength. Inhale, come bend your knee, release your left leg. Now, I'm going to come on the other side of Tony. Why don't you come on this mat so you have, put your right hand on my left shoulder. Transfer the weight to your left leg this time. Now place, Tony, you can place your right hand on my left shoulder. Raise your left heel just a little bit. Turn your right heel, turn your right knee out to the right. Place your left hand on your left hip. Grab hold of your right big toe and inhale and exhale. We'll try and extend our leg out front. Now, in the last episode, I noticed Deanna was able to take her leg all the way out to the right. So I'm going to try. Wonderful, Deanna. I can see you through the side of my eye. Bring your foot forward. Inhale. Release the right leg. We're all at different, thank you, Tony. We're all at different places in our practice. Deanna is able to bring her leg out all the way. I'm happy going up in front. Tony is almost there. What I noticed that what Tony did was instead of holding his big toe, he used his quad muscle to get his foot out there. That's fine. Just be aware that you're stretching or strengthening a different set of muscles. When we use our big toe, we're actually making the connection. You need to be aware we're tightening the abdominal muscles. But if you don't make that connection with your big toe, what you're doing is actually strengthening your quads because you're using your quadriceps strength to bring your leg out. You're not stretching there, you're strengthening. The point is to try and make just mobilize your muscles. It doesn't matter whether you're stretching or strengthening. Today we're talking about stretching though, so that's fine, Tony. He's got strong legs, so he used his quads. We wanted to stretch, so Deanna went all the way out. So that's adductor muscle stretch. Let's keep our right leg. All right, we're not going to transition. This time, place your left hand on your left hip. I'm going to stagger out. You'll be fine in this posture, I think. We're going to grab our right ankle from behind, Nataraj posture. Hold your right ankle with your right hand. Then inhale, bring your left arm all the way up. Now you can connect your forefinger and your thumb, or you can just keep your palm straight out for balance. Then if you get a little ambitious, keep exhaling, dip your torso. Look at a point in front of you that does not move. Inhale, I'm going to come near Tony. All right, Tony. Now, what I'm going to do, keep your hand on your hip, but I'm going to hold you so you don't fall. Inhale, come up, Deanna. Hold your leg from behind. Yeah, take it up. Dip your torso. Keep exhaling. Nice. You should feel, exhale and release. Release your right leg. You should feel a quadriceps stretch. Now, Tony was concerned about falling out of the posture. That's fine. You don't have to be concerned about that because if we fall out, and we all do at some point, you get right back in. Let's not forget we have to do the other side now. We have to stretch the quadriceps on the other leg. Transfer the weight to your right leg. This time, Tony is going to stretch on his own because I need to get my stretch too. So bend the left leg at the knee. Hold your left ankle from behind you. And then look at a point in front of you, maybe on the floor. I'm going to look at my foam block, my blue block. And then I'm going to raise my right arm. Inhale, bring your arm up. And then exhale as you dip your torso, your upper body. Keep exhaling. If you're feeling very ambitious, I'm going to try and go down. Sometimes I get there, sometimes I don't. All right. Inhale, let's come up. I don't want to be too cruel to Tony, so I'm going to let him get his stretch on the left side. Okay. Your right hand, now, right hand on your right hip. Raise, hold your left ankle from behind, yeah, with your left hand. Okay. Now, raise your right arm. Take your right arm out in front of you. Good, you're doing fine. You need to feel the quad stretch. Extend it, very nice. Do you feel a stretch in your quads?
Yes.
Inhale, exhale, and release. As long as Tony's feeling balanced on both sides, it's fine. It doesn't matter what level we get to. We want to stretch the quads. In every posture, we are trying to stretch a different set of muscles. Sometimes there are similar muscle groups you get a more intense stretch. We will come to that. Actually, there is a posture where you sit, depending on which way you start your posture. It's called the Paripurna, the boat posture. It's a seated one. Depending on how you come into that posture, you'll be stretching different sets of muscles. From Nataraj, we're going to go into Garuda. Garuda is eagle. Transfer the weight to your right leg. This time we're going to twine our left leg, wrap it around the right leg. So you could wrap it around the right ankle, around the right knee, or the right calf. So let's try that from the beginning. Focus at a point in front of you that doesn't move. I'm going to look again, maybe at the block. That's good. Raise the left knee just a little bit. Bring the left knee out. Inhale, raise the left leg. Twine your left foot around your right ankle. Bend your knee just a little bit. Left knee is over the right knee, so right arm goes over the left arm. Twine your hands. Clasp your hands. Inhale, let's come up. That's wonderful. Release. Very nice. That's a wonderful modification. What Tony did, he was still crossing his legs over, but he chose to stay at his ankle height. He kept his toes, his heels raised, his toes were on the ground. Folks at home, you could do these stretches in parts. You could do the lower body and the upper body. You can one day, maybe you're sitting in a chair, you just want to cross your legs over. Make sure you feel the abductor muscle stretch on the outside, abduct. So it's on the outside of your thighs. Some stretches, they're adductor, that's on the inside of your thighs. So Garudasana actually stretches your abductor muscles. Did we do the other leg? No, we shouldn't forget. So we transfer the weight to your left leg. We're going to take the right knee over the left knee. Inhale, raise the right knee. Let's try and twine the right foot around the left ankle or the calf. Right knee is over, left arm comes over. We cross the left elbow over the right elbow, twine it around, or you can stay in Namaste the way Tony has it. Or you can stay in a full Namaste the way Deanna has it. Inhale, let's straighten our knee, release our legs first, release our arms. You might wonder why we're releasing the legs first. It's obvious, you don't want to lose your balance. So you want to stay controlled, keep your balance as long as you can. After Garuda, here's a nice release. You have a wonderful, wonderful stretch, which is a nice counter. Heels together, toes slightly apart. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height. Keep going. Let's go all the way up. Turn your palms in. This time, grab your opposite elbows. This is also called the ragdoll. Uttanasana. Uttanasana is forward fold. We're going to exhale, fold from the hip. Keep your back straight. Hold. This time, you're allowed to suspend your upper body in midair because you've made the connection with your elbow and your palm. So we still have made the connection. Inhale, let's come up. Actually, no, let's not come up. Let's keep exhaling. Bring our hands down in front of us on the carpet, on the mat. And your feet will go back. So between the hands and the feet, let's say we've got about 3 to 4 feet away. So between your right foot and your right hand and your left foot and your left hand, you should have about 3 to 4 feet. This is called Parvatasana. It's also called downward dog. And I believe you have another name, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. So try to keep your heels together. Try to keep your heels on the floor. Keep exhaling. Now, without releasing this posture, you're going to bring your body, your upper body forward just a little bit. Exhale, bring your left foot between your hands. Now, keep your knees off the... How are you going, Tony? Feeling good? Yeah, that's fine. Take your time. Take your time. Bring your right knee on the floor. Uncurl your toes. And let's bring our body back just a little bit. Now, this time, we are in Ashwa Sanchala. Ashwa Sanchala is equestrian, horse, equestrian, whatever interpretation you want to give it. Now, it's a very nice, proud posture. You're going to hold this till you feel a wonderful quadricep stretch in your right thigh, upper right thigh. And you should feel a wonderful deep stretch at the bottom in your hamstrings under the left upper thigh. Let's dip. Keep your pelvis nice and deep. Uncurl your toes. Let's inhale. Bring the knee back. Place your palm on the ground. Take the left foot back. Place it on the knee, on the floor, with your knee on the floor. Uncurl your left toe, bring your right foot forward. Inhale when you come forward. Remember, anytime a posture gets intense, you exhale. When you go up, you inhale. You come down, you exhale. Postures tend to get a little intense when you're folding over. So you're going to hold this, get a wonderful, wonderful dip for the pelvic region. You should feel a beautiful stretch in the front of your left quadriceps. And you should feel a wonderful hamstring stretch in the back of your right thigh, upper thigh. Let's dip nicely. This time, we're going to transition directly into the next posture. We've got our toes uncurled. Inhale, raise your left hand. Now place your right hand on your right knee.
Yeah, camera 3.
Inhale, raise your left arm all the way. We're going to torque our body just a little bit to the right. Exhale, bring your left elbow over your right knee. Exhale. Push your right knee in with your right hand. Place your right palm over your left palm. Your right elbow goes straight up. So your right palm, Tony, is on top of your left palm. So yes, you can release your right hand. You'll be very safe. You won't fall out. You're doing great. Okay, I'm going to inhale and come out of it. So Deanna, if you're comfortable, stay where you are. What you want to do, take your right hand off. Take this elbow right over your knee. Take that hand off. Yes, and place both the palms together like this.
Follow me.
Yes, and raise your right hand, right elbow. That's it, nice. And just turn. Wonderful. Do a wonderful stretch, beautiful. Release, inhale, get out of the posture. Now we had our right foot forward. This time what we're going to do is take your right knee back, bring your left foot forward, dip,
Just follow me.
dip your hip. I like to say that, dip your hip. Your pelvic region goes close to the floor. Now, how are we going? Do you need some knee? Those of you at home, if you have tender knees, you may want to put some padding under your knees. You can fold your mat just a little bit, and you don't have to go too deep. Stay where you are, that's fine. Let's go. If you want to stay where Tony is, that's fine. Go 1 inch at a time. You don't have to rush. I'm going to dip, exhale as we go deeper.
Follow camera 3.
Push your left knee in with your left hand. Torque your body a little to the left. Inhale, raise your right arm. Exhale, dip your right elbow over your left knee. Look to the left. Then release your left hand. Place the left palm on your right palm. Look
Camera 3,
up
follow me.
to the left. Inhale, release the arms. Come out of this posture just a little bit. Let's release the legs, go straight into hands and knees in a cat posture. The hands are right under the shoulders, about shoulder width apart, hip width apart. Knees are also hip width apart. Toes are curled in. Inhale. Now as we inhale, we're going to dip the center of our torso down. So we're going to inhale. And then as we exhale, make an arch with your back. Uncurl your toes.
Okay, follow me, camera 3.
I can see Tony is enjoying this. Your breath was wonderful, Tony. Curl your toes, inhale, come up. Now do a wonderful dip with your midriff. Exhale, arch your back. Uncurl your toes, wonderful. Curl your toes, inhale, come up. One more time. Exhale, arch your back. That's a wonderful release for the previous posture where we did a pretty intense stretch. Well, it feels good. Let's come up with our knees together. Now you can either keep your toes curled in which case you need to be aware there's a little more pressure on the knees. Now if you have tender knees, as Tony sometimes did in a couple of postures, you may want to keep your feet flat. Keeping your feet flat would mean you may not go all the way back and reach your heels today, but that's fine. As long as you do not leave your hands suspended, make sure you make the connection. So let's see, maybe I'll turn around this way. Hopefully I'll be able to show you how to get back. So I've got my feet flat. Hopefully they're clean, okay? Remember, if your knees are closer together, the stretch is more intense. You want to be sure you know where your body is today. If you are not ready for a very intense stretch, keep your knees apart just a little bit. So I'm a little confident today of my knees. and my quads today. So I'm going to keep my knees close. My toes and heels are close. Now, place your palms in the back of your butt. This is a camel posture, Ustrasana. Inhale, bring your chest up, out, your chin up. Now, very gently glide your hands behind the back of your thighs. Take the right hand to your right heel, left hand to the left heel. Tilt your pelvis forward and hold. Inhale, bring your hand back to your buttocks. Both your hands, one at a time is fine. Exhale and we release. Always remember, and I've told you or told our viewers time and again, when we say hold, we mean hold your posture, not your breath. Remember, always breathe easy. Danny, how are we doing for time? We good to go for another?
Yes, I hear you. Thank you.
How much time do we have? Okay. We're going to keep going till Danny tells us to stop. How's that? Let's sit on our heels. And again, I'm going to turn. This is Supta Vajra, supine diamond. We're going to sit on our heels. Actually, I need folks out there to know what exactly we are doing this time. Supta Vajra or supine diamond can be a pretty intense stretch. So we're going to sit on our heels. If you're not ready to have your butt go down all the way, you're not going to sit between your legs. You're going to sit on your heels. If you're not ready to go down all the way, get your knees apart just a little bit and sit on a foam block or on a rolled up towel. So what we're going to do is once we sit down, we're going to go back all the way, which means it's a wonderful, intense stretch of the quadriceps and the spinal extensors. So you want to be sure you don't hurt yourself. So use a block if you have to. I like the stretch without my block today. And remember, when you use a brick or a block, you may not be able to go down all the way because the block is in the way. So do not hurt yourself by trying too much, trying to get too far. Sit on your heels. Place your palms by the side of your hips on the floor and very gently place your right elbow on the floor and then your left elbow. Then tilt your head back.
Okay, follow me.
Now we're going backward. How are we going, Tony? You want to try and get a stretch? Maybe you don't want this. I don't think you even need this. You're doing fine without it. You're fine. Just tilt your head back. Just tilt your head back. You don't have to go back all the way. Just tilt back. That's fine. Come out of it. Release. Inhale. Come up. If you notice, Deanna chose to go all the way down. And I noticed even before we started our studio shoot, our taping, Deanna actually sat, one of the schools, I think in New York and elsewhere, they teach you to sit between the feet, right down on the floor. That's a wonderfully intense stretch. But those of you at home, if you have soft knees, you don't want to try that just yet. When you're ready for it, the way Deanna is, you might want to try that. But today, that's also Supta Vajra. When you go down in this posture all the way back, and then if you feel really ambitious, you want to let go of your elbows and go down. Now, the problem with this posture is getting out of it. So that is a hard part. So you want to be very careful. You might hurt your neck. Let's not go into that. Today, we're going to sit on our heels. We're done with that. I think Tony is ready to move on to the next one. Okay, Tony. You want to sit on your brick this time. We're going to do a forward bend. So this is called Shashank Asana or rabbit posture. It's very similar to Balasana or child pose, except we have our hands extended. Inhale, raise your arms by your side up to shoulder height, palms facing down, and then turn the palms in, take your arms all the way overhead. Clasp your palms together. You can twine your fingers, or you can just clasp your palms, whichever feels comfortable. Or you can do what Deanna's doing. She's got I call it the lightning conductor. She's got her forefingers up. So hold your palms together. Now, you're going to fold from the hip as you exhale with your back straight. Now, open up your palms so you can place your palms on the ground. Your elbows and arms should be off the ground except for your palm. The rest of your arms do not touch the floor yet. Keep your arms extended. Very gently raise your butt just a little bit. This is a typical rabbit position. When you raise your butt, your arms go further forward. So you should feel the intensity of your stretch. Your arms go forward, your butt goes back, so you've got this contrasting pull on both sides. Try to touch your forehead to the floor. Glide your palms closer towards you. Inhale, come up. Let's sit down into Ardha Matsyendra, half lord of the fishes. Matsyendra was the name of a sage, and Matsyendra also means lord of the fishes. Matsya is fish, Matsyendra is lord of the fishes. Let's sit with the left heel tucked under the right buttock, and then we're going to stagger ourselves. Then we're going to use your hands. You don't need external props. We've got our arms and our legs. Use your own body as props. Use both your hands. Take your right leg over your left knee. Remember, this posture is similar, but also, Tony, I think you should use a brick to sit on, because those of you at home, if you're not ready to cross your legs over just yet, remember, if you sit at a higher level, at an elevated level, it's so much easier on your knees and your quadriceps. Feeling better?
Much better.
Yeah, take your time and fold that leg in. Fold that leg in. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Good. Perfect. That's enough. You can stay there today. Now stay there. For Deanna and myself, if we've got our foot over, right foot is over, we want to make sure that our foot is flat on the ground. Now in cow face posture, the heel of the right foot would face the back. Foot is flat. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Tony, well done. Okay, so you got your right knee over the left knee. Now inhale. Now hold your right knee. Push it in with your right hand if you need to, just to make sure the alignment is there. Thank you. And what we're going to do is inhale, the left arm up. Exhale, bend the left palm behind your trapezius muscles. And this time we're going to take our right palm, turn it around, twine it around behind you, clasp both your hands together. Tony, stay where you are today. Don't rush into anything. You're fine. You're still getting your wonderful quadriceps stretch, the abductor muscles. And this is called, actually this is not Ardha Matsyendra. This is actually the cow face. We got a little distracted. Never mind. Exhale and inhale and release. Let's try the other leg now. Since we did get into cow face by accident, we're still going to continue because it's also a stretch. It's just in a different order. Tuck your right heel under your left buttock. This time I'm going to move the brick. You will notice, those of you at home will notice that one side is more limber than the other. One side stretches more than the other side. So this time, cross your right knee over your left knee, okay? And because this is the cow face posture where I got a little bit sidetracked and we went into cow face instead of Ardha Matsyendra, we're doing the other side. This time you face the soles to the back of the room. One left knee over the right knee. Push the left knee in, torque your body a little to the left. Inhale, raise the right arm. Exhale, take the right hand behind the trapezius muscles. Take your left arm, twine it around from behind, very nice. And hold, clasp your fingers, take your elbow out. You should feel a wonderful stretch. Stay in that position, Deanna. Those of you at home, if you have a belt or a little face wash or a little towel, now I want you to make the connection. So I'm going to give Tony this belt, and he's going to slowly wiggle his hands closer and closer because he's got the belt to guide him. He gets closer and closer. One of these days, he's going to let the belt go. He doesn't really need it. Inhale, release your arm. We have a minute to go, so let's at least try and do the Ardha Matsyendra. Exhale, release the legs. Let's take the left heel under the right buttock this time. This time we're going to go into half lord of the fishes, very similar to Gomukha. We take the right foot over, keep the right foot flat. This time, what we're going to do is inhale, place your right hand